Good afternoon, Garima Singh. Good afternoon, Kirti Pandre. So, the lesson all about plants is already there in your syllabus. We are doing the revision. Yesterday we did discussion regarding flower, and you gave me answers regarding different goals of flower and their function. So today we are going to discuss about leaves. You know that leaf is one of the most important part of the plant. I will ask you a question because we have already completed this topic and we are doing revision. What are the two main important functions of leaves? Yes, that makes life possible on the earth. What are the two main important functions of leaves that makes life possible on the earth? Yes, give the answer in chat box. Two main important functions, very important functions. That is, yes. So first answer it is given by Anurag Tripathi to make food. Very good. Anurag has given very correct answer. Very first answer is given by Anurag to make food. That is, now what is the process? Photosynthesis. Yes, Elijah has given description. Leaves release oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is one of the most important function of leaves. Photosynthesis. And what is the another important function of leaf? Please write down in the chat box if you know the, because we have already studied the another important function of the leaf. That is, I am waiting for your answer in chat box. First, all of you have written very correct. Second important function of the leaf. Bhavya Phule has written photosynthesis and transpiration. I agree. Yes. So we already discussed lot that photosynthesis it is very important process. Why it is very important process? Because you know that it makes life possible on the earth. We all need food. From where we get this food? Is it coming from sky? No. Is it coming from some other source? No. You know that whether it may be herbivorous animal, whether it may be carnivorous animal, whether it may be omnivorous animal, they are directly or indirectly depending on the plants for food. Plants are the only living things which prepare their food in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so you know that whether it may be carnivorous animal, that carnivore also they are depending on the plants for food. Now you will tell how carnivores are depending on the plants for food because they are eating the flesh of another animal. Because they are eating the flesh of the herbivorous they are depending on the plants for food. Carnivorous they are indirectly depending on the plants for food. So the entire living world is depending on the plants for food. Therefore, this process which is carried out by this plant, it is one of the most important process. That is one of the important reasons that makes life possible on the earth. Otherwise, what I would have read, you would have taken inside the body to get the energy. We can't take air, we can't live only with water. Of course, water is one of the most important need of our body. Okay, but along with that, food is equally important. Okay, so what we will eat, whether we are going to eat what, whether we are going to eat air, water that will give us energy, no. These are the plants which are the only living things which prepare food, that is process of photosynthesis. We already studied that photo means light and synthesis means to prepare. These plants they prepare their food in the process of photosynthesis. In which part? In which part they prepare food? Yes, write answer in the chat box. Which part they prepare food? Which part they prepare food? Are they preparing food in stem, branches, birds, flowers? Chaitanya Bhai has given very correct answer. They are preparing food in leaves. Where are they prepare food? Leaves. Because these leaves, they are green in color due to the presence of a green pigment, green coloring matter. That is pigment. What is that? Write answer in the chat box. What is that? We already studied. What is that makes the leaves green in color? That is, right answer in the chat box, chlorophyll. Janvi has given very correct answer. You know that many pigments are there, but chlorophyll, it is the pigment which gives green color to the leaves. And this chlorophyll, what function they do? What function they do? Chlorophyll, what they do, you already studied. What they do? Chlorophyll, what they do? Chlorophyll, what they do? Yes, Elias has given very correct answer. They trap the sunlight for the process of photosynthesis, and you know that plants, there are the small openings present on the leaves, small holes present on the leaves. Most of them are present on the under surface of the leaves. What do we call that opening? Which are present on the leaves, on the under surface of the leaves? Yes, Chaitanya Bias has written correct answer. Good Chaitanya. That is stomata. From this stomata, plants they are taking in carbon dioxide. Okay, water, it is absorbed by the roots of the plant. It passes through xylem, pipette structure, through stem, and then to the branches, and then to the leaves. Carbon dioxide, and this water combines. The energy which is required for the process is trapped by chlorophyll. And you know that along with the preparing food, which gas is given out by the plants in the process of photosynthesis? Write down in the chat box. Write down in the chat box. Which gas is given out by the plants in the process of the photosynthesis? Which gas? Santosh has given very correct answer. All have given correct answer, but Jagni gave us wrong answer. It is the oxygen which is given by the plants in the process of photosynthesis. So, oxygen as well as food, both are very, very important for the existence of life on the earth, and therefore this process, it is life-giving process, because carbon dioxide and water get combined. The energy required for the process is trapped by the chlorophyll, and oxygen is given out in this process along with food, that is glucose. So what we are writing, CO2 plus H2O gives C6H12O6, that is food, and oxygen is given out in this process. This is taking place in the presence of energy sunlight, which is trapped by chlorophyll. Okay, so this is one of the most important process carried out by plants, and therefore plants are our friends. We are celebrating World Environment Day on 5th June. We are celebrating in August month, one month, so week also we are celebrating. What is the reason? Because plants are our best friend. They help us in many ways. Many ways are there, but one of the most important process they carry out, that is photosynthesis, that is giving out oxygen in the air and giving us food by this process. Okay, along with that, so plants prevent soil erosion. It is experimentally proved that plants absorb harmful gases from the air. Plants, you know that they give us shade, they give us medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. Lots of Ayurvedic medicines we will get from plants. Okay, now you know that along with that, these plants, they keep the environment cool, they absorb harmful gases, they help formation of cloud. Okay, they help bringing rain, more and more rain. They are the habitat for wild animals. they are maintaining the environmental balance, they are maintaining the underground water level. Okay, so we will find they are helping us in many ways, but we know all these things. After doing all these things, also we are cutting plants on large scale. We are cutting trees on large scale, that is known as deforestation. It is the fact. Now also it is going on. Why we are cutting trees? Somewhere we want to make bridges, somewhere we want to make roads, somewhere we want to fulfill our dreams of metro trains, somewhere we want to make very big shopping complexes, buildings. Government is having lots of dreams. Private contractors, they are involved in construction. They are having lots of dreams. Big dreams are there. But for that, what we are sacrificing? We are sacrificing our best friend. You know that these trees are cut on large scale for such purposes. Not one or two, but thousands of trees are cut within hours with the help of machines, which took many years to become big, to flourish, to give us all whatever we want for our survival. That we are cutting within hours. Okay, so is it good for our environment? No, it is not good for our environment. Okay, so we will find that what you know that bad effects, hazardous effects of that we are suffering now. We all are talking about global warming. Now, what happened at Uttarakhand? What that few years back? Whatever happened at that Bara, which was the last Kedarnath? Why these things are happening? Why some part receiving heavy rainfall every year? Floods are there, some part not at all receiving rainfall. Why the temperature of the earth is increasing? Why all these things are happening? Scientists have gave us all these ideas many years before that the temperature of the earth is increasing, and now just few days back you know that in Uttarakhand what happened, the ice melted, the glacier melted, and we know what happened. You might have seen the video. So it is the trailer. If we will continue all these things, be ready to face the entire movie in coming future. All this is happening because of our activities. Man is the only human being which is destroying the environmental balance. Cutting trees on large scale, that is deforestation. Building factories, industries, more automobiles, more burning of fuels, more and more population. More dams, more bridges, more roads, more metros. There is no limit to our greed, and for that we need the land, and for that we are cutting the land. We are cutting the trees on large scale. Afforestation is done on large scale, and at the same time, whenever 5th June arrives, one monster arrives, we move with our flags in our hand. Save trees, save our future. Okay, we celebrate speaking lot about the importance of trees and coming future. But are we practically behaving outside? All these things are inside the book, and all these things your teacher is teaching inside the four walls. But are we practically behaving? We are following all these things. That is a big question mark in front of us. Okay, so hazardous effect of all these things, you know that scientists they gave us alarm many years back, and their word to word, each and everything is coming slowly in front of us. Okay, so it is the high time that one you should not destroy the environmental balance by okay, killing wildlife and by deforestation. So this is one of the most important function of the plant, that is photosynthesis. Along with that, another important function you told me, that is transpiration. Now, what is transpiration? We already studied. Please give the answer. What is transpiration? What is transpiration? In the chat box, give the answer. We already studied. Revision is going on. We already studied, so I expect answer from you. You know that there are small openings in the plant, in the leaves of the plant on the other side. They are known as stomata. And there is water inside the leaves. Okay, Eliza, give an answer. Leaves release extra water in this process. That water gets heated and get converted into water vapor. That is known as transpiration. Now that water vapor, more and more water vapor will be there. It will go to higher altitude and it will form clouds, and that will bring more and more rain. Okay, so if you wrap a polythene on the leaves of the potted plant outside, you will find the droplets of water under the surface of the leaf, that polythene. Why? Because that water gets evaporated and gets condensed on the under surface of this polythene. Okay, so thank you. Today one training is there, so I will stop here. COE training is there. We will discuss tomorrow. So today we just had a discussion about the photosynthesis and transpiration. So I will stop here.